Life's parables. Xuan-wang, the ruler of the Qi kingdom, shoots a bow. In the era of the battling kingdoms, the ruler of the Qi kingdom was Xuan-wang, who was very fond of archery. Although the ruler was not a very good shot, he enjoyed listening to people praise him for being able to stretch a tight bow. The people who surrounded Xuan-wang were well aware of his weaknesses. Every time the ruler drew the bowstring and launched an arrow, cheers of approval would erupt around him. Numerous praises had made him so dizzy that, without realizing his true level of shooting, he had come to think of himself as a resurrected legendary Hou-yi shooter. One day Xuan-wang wanted to demonstrate his achievements to everyone and specifically ordered servants and ministers to take turns trying to stretch his bow. In fact, the strength of stretching Xuan-wang's bow did not exceed 3 dan, but the subjects ingratiated themselves to the ruler. Some protruded their chests and breathed heavily, pretending that they lacked strength. They pulled the bowstring even less than halfway. Others stretched the bowstring by a third and immediately complained that they had pulled their shoulders and lower back. They all said with one voice, "My lord, perhaps to stretch your bow, you need to use a force of 9 tributes. Besides you, no one else can do it." Hearing these words, Xuan-wang became even more proud of himself. So all his life the ruler of the kingdom of Qi lived in illusions, believing himself to be much stronger and more talented than he really was. This parable tells us that only those people who seek the truth and are not afraid of the truth will be able to surpass themselves and achieve success. That's interesting. Do you remember the ancient myth of the archery master Hou-yi? He once managed to hit 9 suns with his bow. And it's no wonder, in ancient times, the bow was a powerful weapon. What was it made of? In the treatise, Cao Gong Ji, Notes on the Study of Crafts, which was written in the period of spring and autumn, the technology of bow making is described in detail. According to these records, 6 materials were used in production: wood, horns, sinew, glue, silk threads and lacquer. Wood was used for bow shoulders, bamboo was more common in the south and hardwood in the north. Plates of animal horns were glued to the inner part of the bow's shoulders, belly, while cattle tendons were glued to the outer part. Glue was used to join wood, horn plates and tendons. Finally, silk threads gave the bow strength, and varnish was applied to the shoulders of the bow to protect it from moisture. Of course, all materials had to be of the highest quality.